Sunday. I am deciding to put in some content today because I have not been posting as much. I took a little break last week, but I just made some breakfast and I am on my Aunt Flo this week, so I feel like crap. So our plan is that we're gonna go to Julian today and go pick some apples. I'm hoping that's still the plan. I'm bloaty, I'm tired. I got a little bit of sleep last night. And what did I tell you about breakfast? I made breakfast burritos today with hash browns, scrambled eggs, like with cheese and bacon. So come along with me to Julian. Apple picking! Oh. Which way do you want to go?
I think we should stay away from the road that's most obvious.
This road. Maybe that's up high.
People don't want to go up the hill.
Yeah. This one's perfect. Yeah, this one's like a full size one, but somebody like dropped it. Hey guys, quick update for this week. I took a week off last week, so just wanted to update you guys on life, and I did kind of like a montage of random things that have been going on, and yeah, a lot of home cooking, that's for sure. And we'll do a fitness journey update because I've really been struggling, especially with nutrition recently. I honestly have been looking back at where I started in January. I think I've gotten down to my lowest weight that I have been in several years, and I have managed to put on something like 23 pounds since January, so I'm not too excited about that. And tomorrow I have a doctor's appointment, and my doctor is probably going to give me the same speech as last time. So I'm going in tomorrow because I have a whole litany of things that I need to discuss about, you know, my health and challenges and, you know, goals that I have for myself, and just it's going to be a pretty long and heavy conversation tomorrow, so hopefully it will be productive. I hope you guys are loving the new bonnet. It's a little wild, love it. And what else is happening? Yeah, so nutrition's been sucking. I mentioned, I think in my video, that I'm still dealing with Aunt Flo, so that's been a moment. So I've been extremely bloated, dealing with cravings, not eating really well, and emotionally eating. And so that's been a moment. So just trying to stay on track has been a challenge, but I keep showing up for my workouts and just doing my best. But I definitely need to get back on track full time and get this weight off. So hopefully I can get my weight back down by the end of the year, but that's kind of where I'm at and struggling. And so I'm sure a lot of you guys are wanting a dating update. I'm gonna give you guys like a summary. I showed a couple of different dates that I've been on, and we went to Julian this past weekend, which was so fun. We had it was just great to get out of town for a day and to be up in a cool crisp air, and it was really hot. I didn't last very long in the heat, But we got apples. They were a little smaller than I would have thought. I think that's the only thing that was kind of like a downer. I really thought I was going to get like a good sized apple, but they were really like small, tiny apples. Summary is I'm still going out with the same guy. And so that's been good. And just getting to know each other and kind of seeing what happens. And he's been really good about planning all the dates, which has been fantastic. And I've come over to his place a couple times and we've cooked dinner together, and so that's been a lot of fun. And so I mean, that part's been really good. And I've gotten flowers on a couple of occasions. I walked in last Friday and we planned to make dinner, and I walk in and there's like a dozen yellow roses on the table, which was really sweet. So I'm loving that. And yeah, he's been really been good. We've had a couple of bumps on the road, with communication. I think we've had 2 moments where we kind of just were not meshing. So we're still kind of working that out and kind of figuring out what are those triggers that make us grumpy. So yeah, it's been really nice. We've had a couple of moments, a couple of spats, but we've been able to kind of talk through it and figure it out. So yeah, I'm probably not going to say a whole lot more about that, other than the time that we have been spending has been just a lot of fun, and spending a lot of time talking and just kind of feeling each other out and realizing how nerdy we both are. And we both appreciate a good nature movie, which is funny. I've been on this obsession with whale documentaries and the mammal whales. So, and he's been right there with it, which has been so fun. But yeah, so I'm just trying to figure all of that out and try to see when we can get together and spend time together. And so anyway, so there's been a lot of changes, and with change, I'm used to my life being a certain way and scheduling, so that part's a little difficult for me to be able to change things up. And adding someone into the space in my life, that actually has been a little bit of a challenge and a little uncomfortable. And I think it's because I have been on my own for so long that I'm just so used to not even considering anyone else's feelings about things. So now I have to try to accommodate schedules. And so that's something that I am working through, and also allowing for space. That is really important. I think it's been good for me, so I still have that time to go off and do whatever I want to do, but then also allow him to do his thing. Then it just helps us be better people when we come back together. So I'm not sure what we're going to be doing moving forward yet. We'll just say for this weekend. I don't know if we have plans. We have one hike that we've been putting off for 2 weeks. I got sick after the Backstreet Boys concert, so I was down for probably about a week and a half with just not feeling good and coughing and sneezing and stuff. So I'm finally coming out, and then boom, I get hit with my ant flu. So I'm gonna be dealing with that for the next few days, but it's just been really nice. I mentioned I've been cooking a whole lot. That's kind of been something we've been doing to just spend more time just talking and kind of seeing what we both enjoy eating. And it's allowed me to kind of polish up my skills, because I'm used to cooking for one. So that's been kind of fun. So Friday night we did a taco bar, and I just thought that would be fun. And so we did that. And I have to say, I made some bang up nachos, like taco meat. It was actually really good. So that was fun, and he really enjoyed that. So that was fun. And then another thing that I have learned is that I just went into just full, like, I don't know, I just go into organization mode, and I think he's pretty good at organizing and being really organized in a lot of ways. He used to be in the military, but there's some things I noticed that he needed help with. So I think I don't remember if I mentioned this, but like the first time I came to his house, I cleaned his kitchen because I was just like, you need help with this. I said, I can tell you need help with this. And before we cook, I have to have the kitchen be clean. It's just a thing. So I scrubbed his whole kitchen, and that might be a little, I don't know, it's kind of a little crazy. I don't want to cook in this kitchen unless I know it's clean. So I scrubbed it down, and so I'm helping to teach him how to like be more organized in the kitchen. So yeah. So anyways, that's pretty much it. Like, that's my report for this week. And so far so good. We'll see what happens. And right now we're just having fun and getting to know each other and learning each other's quirks and things that the things that are unique in us, and things that are triggers for us, and just trying to talk things out. And my goal, I guess, is just to have like a really open communication and being able to like really talk things out with someone. So that's something that I'm really focused on. So we have our moments, but for the most part, it's been really positive. So we had a really good weekend this weekend. The weekend before was a little rough. I think it was because we were both tired, and I know I was sick. And we went on a hike, and it was hot, and I was just not feeling the hike at all. And I was grumpy, and I was like, I just want to go home. I don't feel good. And he was kind of low energy. And so we had like a misunderstanding where he had to go take a moment by himself. And I was like, oh, dang, I think you're really mad at me. Like, let's talk about this. But for the most part, it's been pretty good. It's been pretty nice and positive. And yeah, it's nice to spend time with someone who's just kind of cool to just be with. So that's been nice. So anyway, that's pretty much all I'm going to say right now. But I just wanted to give you guys a quick update. Do I have anything fun planned coming up? Yes, my birthday's next month. And I don't know what I'm going to do. I know that my plan was to go to National Park for my birthday, and that is kind of up in the air right now, and I don't know what to do about it. So I really haven't had time to think about it. So I have a couple of different ideas and options, and depending on how things go over the next month and a half, it's also going to be a birthday where I actually have to consider someone else's feelings about that and try to coordinate with someone. I'm so used to just doing things on my own, so trying to do that in a way that's kind of like, well, like that I'm still honoring myself and doing what I want to do and not like hurting the other person. Like, I shouldn't hurt the other person, but I don't know. So I'm just trying to figure out like what I can do that makes me happy, that is an adventure for myself, and also something that I can afford. So if you have any ideas, drop a comment. But for sure, National Park is something I want to do. I need to get out into nature. I have not been out, like, kind of trekking off in the wilderness and like, you know, actually away from home for quite some time. So I'm ready for it and ready to kind of get out of town and take a break and just get back into nature. It's just so needed. So anyways, if you guys like this video, make sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys in our next video.